up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am a manifestation coach, so if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever is between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for my waitlist. But if you are not patient and you don't want to wait, I have some amazing coaches. They're all listed in my community tab located on my channel right next to playlists. So do that. Apparently we need a refresher because I think the first time I did an SP video I had like 300 subscribers and now I have over 16,000. So I think it's time for a refresher on how to manifest a specific person. And I think it's a good idea also because my teachings have changed since then. So I think it will be good if I make a new video explaining how you should manifest your specific person. I will be doing a video on its own about third-party situations, but for this video we're just talking about how to manifest your specific person. Some people don't know what SP is. SP is your specific person, the person that you want to either be with, or it can even be a friendship, a specific person. Some people are manifesting friends. That's their SP, a friend. They want a friend. So whoever your SP is, let's talk about how to manifest them. First, most of the situations are that if you know them, they either don't want you back, or they half-ass want you back, or they half-ass hot and cold. You know the situation. Most of the situations are that. But this also applies. Manifesting a person is based on everyone as you pushed out. So no matter what the circumstances, if you don't know who your SP is, if you just want a person in general but you have no one in mind, if this person lives all the way across the world, if he's not a fucking submarine in the ocean, it still applies. Because I know you're going to ask me, Sammy, but what if? But what if? But what if? There are no what ifs. It applies. It all applies. It doesn't fucking matter. Circumstances don't matter. And I have a whole video on why they don't matter if you would like to go watch it. So everyone is you pushed out, meaning that every person in your reality, we are specifically talking about your specific person. Your specific person is based on your assumptions of them. So whatever you expect for them to do, say, think, it's all based on you. Whatever you expect from them is what you're getting. So if you are not getting what you want from them, you have to change the way you see them and the way you describe them. Because if you're wanting him to kiss your ass all day, but you're bitching to your bestie about how he's a piece of shit and he never talks to you and he's an asshole to you and how he ghosts you or he blocks you every other day, you're describing him as the version of him that you no longer want. Because we receive different versions of people. So the version of him that is ghosting you or is a dick to you is not the one you want. And therefore, you must stop describing him that way. You must stop affirming him that way. You must stop imagining him that way. You know how you play those little scenarios in your head that get you really fucking pissed off? You have to stop doing that. You have to see him as showing up with fucking roses. You have to see him texting you nice things or blowing up your phone or saying nice things to you. You have to see him, see her, see them as the new version. What do you want from them? That is the first thing you ask yourself. What do I want? Most of the time it is attention, affection, constant calls and texts, always spending time together. If you're long distance, you can take that part away, or you don't have to, because again, circumstances do not matter. And if you affirm that you are always spending time together, it must become true. So something will happen to where that becomes true. Whatever it is of these things, this is how you have to start seeing them. If he's normally an asshole to you, or she's normally a bitch, then you must imagine them as saying nice things to you. Instead of "I hate you, leave me alone," you need to hear them say, "I love you, I can't stop thinking about you." You need to see them and describe them as that version. So describing them and affirming them as that version, what you would do is, if you want to visualize, you can imagine telling your friend about how great your relationship is. Or in your mind, you can affirm, "He's so obsessed with me. He's constantly calling me. He's constantly buying me gifts. Like, he is so obsessed with me. He's so in love with me. He is my ideal boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. He loves being my husband. He loves living with me. He loves giving me attention. Why is he constantly giving me so much attention? Why is he so obsessed with me? Why is he so in love with me? Why is he constantly calling and texting me?" That's how you should be describing. I say he because that's just the first thing that comes to mind, but obviously apply whatever. The idea is that you need the new version of them. You need a different version of them, and to get that different version of them, you must describe them differently. You can use the telephone technique and hear them say what you want them to say. You can imagine them saying what you want them to say. You can imagine telling your friend how great your relationship is, how it's progressing rapidly, and it's just better than ever if you've been together before. If you haven't been together before, it's progressing rapidly. He's ready to move in. He's fully committed and loyal to me. He's the best boyfriend ever. I don't care if he was a fuckboy 5 minutes ago. Right now, he's loyal, committed, and you're all he's ever wanted. Do you understand? I am assuming yes, because my assumptions manifest. When you're manifesting your specific person, you're manifesting a new version of them. So let's recap. Everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is based on your assumptions. If you want them to change, your assumptions about them, what you expect from them, the way you see them must change. You must affirm them differently. And let me explain affirming. When you're affirming, okay, let's say your affirmations, because you should only have a couple of affirmations about them. Let's say your affirmations are, he's constantly calling and texting me. I'm his favorite person. You're gonna loop those two things. He's constantly calling and texting me. I'm his favorite person. Over and over and over and over in your mind every time you think of this person, because you want your thoughts about him to be that until he starts reflecting that. And once he starts reflecting that, it's going to become an assumption, and then you will always assume that he is that way. But it takes the repetition to get the changes. But no matter what you see, as he's changing, as she's changing, as the new version of them is showing up, before it does show up or before it completely shows up, you must not react to who they currently are. That is the old version. It takes repetition to change, because you already have an assumption of who they are now, otherwise they wouldn't already be this way. It takes some repetition. So you cannot react to any mean text messages or them ghosting you or blocking you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all always tell me, but he blocked me. I don't give a fuck. Do you know how easy it is for him to hit unblock? Just as easy as it was for him to hit block. It can be one way today and you can wake up and he's totally in love with you. It can happen that fast. But you can't react. Stop reacting. You can react, but if you react, you need to revise, and that's a whole different video. Go back and watch my revision videos. And go back and watch my video about reacting. You can, but try not to, okay? There's no need for you to react to the old version of him when you know you're changing him. So if you are affirming, and then you react and go and bitch to your bestie for a fucking hour about how shitty he was and how he blocked you or ghosted you or said something mean to you, then you just reaffirmed the old assumption of him, and therefore you are holding the old version of him in place even longer, when if you hadn't reacted, if you had just revised what he did or what he said, you could have kept it pushing, and it probably would have more quickly changed who he is showing up as. So do your best to not react, just revise. Takes a little bit of repetition to get that old shit out and to get a new version of them. But it will. They will conform. There is no other way. They have to conform. So, everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is based on your assumptions. You want a new version of your person, change your assumptions of them. That means either imagine, use the telephone technique, but definitely affirm, change your thoughts about them. You must change your thoughts about them. You cannot be complaining in your head. You cannot be reminiscing on these old shitty memories of who they used to be. If it is someone who you don't even know and you're manifesting them, or they don't know you, then what you would do is the same thing. Except for there's no old version to change other than the version of them that doesn't know who you are. You are just affirming now that they know who you are. Affirm in steps. I always tell you guys to affirm in steps, and I think I want to make a video on what my biggest reason is for telling you guys to affirm in steps. Essentially, it is because if you'll do it in steps, then every step that you get manifested, your momentum, your belief in how powerful you are grows and grows and grows. And each time you see that successful manifestation, you have a bigger assumption of your power, of what you can do. And each time your manifestation happens easier and faster, because you're like, oh shit, I did that, I can do this. Oh shit, I did that, I can do this. Oh shit, I did all that, I can do this. Okay, that is why I highly recommend the steps, whereas other people don't go all the way to the end. Well, you know what, you need to build momentum. You need to realize that every step of the way is you. It's all you. That's why I say affirm in steps. When I do it in steps and when I got that first thing, I was like, okay, well, let's just try it again just to make sure. I just want to make sure. And then it happened again and I'm like, this might be me. And then I did it again. And each time my manifestation came faster and easier, faster and easier, faster and easier. That's what I want for you. And then I realized, damn, I'm a manifesting bitch. I'm a master at this. I can have whatever I want. So if you're manifesting someone that doesn't know you, start with something like them messaging you or them following you and then messaging you. You have to change it from the version of them that doesn't know who you are to the version of them that does know who you are. And something will happen where they'll stumble across your profile or something. Manifestation is always perfect. You do not have to worry about it. It will work. Just affirm them to be the version of them that wants you, and don't react to anything of the opposite. Again, we will talk about third parties in the next video, but for this video, it is just the basic of manifesting your specific person, because I haven't done a video on that in a while. And I guess it's kind of the same like my Make Them Chase You video, but more updated, because it's literally, if you want them to chase you, just use our affirmations. That's what I'm gonna say, because I don't like the other word. I think it's so stupid. So Use your affirmations. Why is he so obsessed with me? Why is he constantly calling and texting me? Why is he always pursuing me? Why? And people are like, why? It makes me feel like I'm annoyed with it. Yeah, it puts you back in power, because if you don't sound like you're annoyed with it, it sounds like you're just trying to either convince yourself, or like you're hoping that he would do that, or that he would grace you with his message or his phone calls. No, when you say it as if like you're like annoyed, it puts you on the pedestal and puts them down here, and then your brain more easily, in my opinion, accepts it, because it's like, oh, you're so obsessed with me, why are they constantly calling me? Does that make sense? I know it does. I intend that it does. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this video helped you. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.